So good morning, friends, and welcome to another amazing episode of Get In, Get Fit series. I'm sure all of us have now got, kind of a rhythm in our mind. Every Saturday, 10 to 11, we are here to listen to an expert speaker. And it is almost, around 58 weeks right now. And it's so pleasurable. And we have celebrated our silver jubilee, our golden jubilee, and we are towards our platinum jubilee. And each of you are just adding color and flavor to this Get In, Get Fit series. And today's amazing speaker is Viji Swaminathan. Give me a few minutes before I introduce her. For all those new people who have joined in for the first time at Get In, Get Fit expert series, all I've got to tell you is we started during the pandemic, and our only aim was to spread positivity, spread hope, spread health, spread goodness, spread smiles, spread happiness. And that is all we wanted to do. And we said, let us start this ripple effect of kindness. And we said, if I can't wrap you in our arms right now, I mean, our friends, our family, our loved ones, why not wrap them in our prayers, right? And that is how it all started. And today, Get In, Get Fit series is truly the talk of the town. And it gives me immense pleasure. And I have few people to thank at the back end. I would like to thank Pramod, who has always given us the link and made this procedure very seamless. And I would also like to thank Judeline, who helped me with the logistics. We have our team. Our team is Team Red Rockstars. And you can catch all our series at Team Red Rockstars, Dr. Vidyaa Smile Dental Clinic. And we went into the social media, not initially though. If you look at the earlier post, session 1, 2 and all was not recorded, was not on social media at all. Because we did not want to popularize this, or that was not our aim. Our aim was just to touch our loved ones, to be in touch with people who just wanted a camaraderie, a feel of oneness. And but then, as speakers came in, we felt the need of showcasing whatever we were doing, and that is how we started it on social media. We post all our sessions on Instagram and Facebook. That's at my handle. And in Facebook, I am Dr. Vidyaa Hari Iyer. And on Insta, I am just Dr. Vidyaa Hari. And just about 2 months back, we were propelled to start our own YouTube channel. So again, it is very organic that we have grown. And we are truly growing leaps and bounds. And each of you have been an integral part of this journey. And I can't thank you all enough. Besides that, we also have our everyday series of Get In, Get Fit from 6:20 to 7, where I have mentors who come and who, showcase their expertise and drill us. And, we try to match up with their kind of spirit and enthusiasm to teach us. And I can't thank you all enough too, because you all have made it so beautiful. And it is each of us trying to do our little bit so that together we make great things happen. And then we have our expert series every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that is where, today we are at. So this is very special, very, very special. The reason is, I have a very, very eminent person, Viji Swaminathan. I'm going to just get her on board right away. And Viji has really amazed me with whatever she's done. And hi, Viji. You're on the screen right now. And we are going to have a rendezvous with Viji today. And the whole idea is to understand who Viji is and understand what has got her to where she is right now. There are a lot of things right now when I can say adding feathers to her cap. And I'm going to read out to you, but this last about a month since I've interacted with Viji, and the last 1 week that I've interacted with her, she's such a down-to-earth, a good friend right now. And I asked her, how do I call you? Viji, Viji ma'am, how is it? And she said, come on, ella nalla dane poittu irundhathu. Why suddenly now all this? She said. And, we broke our ice there. And that is how Viji and I connected. She has been a good, a person, a go-getter, if I could say. Very important when somebody says N-O, no, many of us take it to our hearts, right? But in psychology, being a psychotherapist and a counselor, I know when somebody says no, it is up to you to decide how you want to accept that no. You can consider it as a verdict in your life and, stop doing what you want and not live up to your dreams or your heart. Or you can use it to propel yourself and prove that you are more beyond or, whatever you can say beyond that no. So let's hear it from Viji. I don't want to steal her show. And I really want you all to understand what no can really mean to people, right? And let me introduce Viji now very formally or informally as I generally do. Viji Swaminathan is a leadership trainer and a transformation coach. You're going to hear her transformation journey. She's an MD CEO of Woodpecker Furniture. I'm sure you must have seen many outlets of Woodpecker, and that is since 2000. She's a founder and mentor of Eunice running since 2015, and she's going to tell you how that got developed in her journey. And she's also the MD CEO of Excello Training and Development Solutions since 2016. She's a founder and a managing trustee of Madras Inner Strength Trust since 2017. And her transformation journey is from 105 kilos to 65 kilos. That's almost around, 40 kilos, which is a dream come true for many. And she also was featured on Limitless, a running documentary. And I have seen her classical dance pictures. And she has a few marathons, that is half and full marathons to her credit. And at this point, I would like to thank Kripakar sir for introducing Viji Swaminathan to me. And yesterday, when I sent the invite to all my, friends and also to all the Get In, Get Fit expert speakers, Kripakar sir had, sent a beautiful collage of Viji in her dance attire in all the various poses, and I was admiring. And she said, she's also a dancer. I said, why are you saying also a dancer? She said, he said, I also know you are also a dancer. So one dancer to the other, I just thought I'll post some pictures. And today I call Kripakar Anna, not sir. That's how close we've become in the last 4-5 months that we have interacted with each other. And I would like to thank Viji for accepting our kind invitation. Over to you, Viji. We're waiting to hear from you.
Okay. A very happy morning. I think it's a beautiful day in Chennai because the weather is absolutely brilliant. There are two choices. One is you can put the bed sheet until your head and cover yourself and sleep well, or the other option is to get up, get fit and go on. So I probably chose the second, much against my will, which means that I'm a normal human being within quotes, because everyone tells, how is it that you get up and you do every day? But the thing is, I also have my own temptations to go back to sleep. But then every day I feel that I need to exercise to keep my brain working. More than my body working, my brain has to work. So when you work out, I guess there's a lot of positivities. So first thing is, thank you so much, Vidyaa, for such a lovely introduction. Yes, Kripakar sir had sent me this, and the best part is I would like to tell you all that I am not an extrovert. I'm a total ambivert, or an introvert, if I should say worse than that. Because I know Vidyaa had a tough time breaking it with me, because I get too many WhatsApp messages, and most of them from people whom I really don't know, that I don't know whether to respond or not also. So I'm sorry about it, Vidyaa, but then it came back to me, and then yes, of course, I did start following her. I'm a little bit of an ambivert, but once I start moving with people, I'm very comfortable. That's because I've been, once bitten, twice shy. You never know who's there behind what. So I guess the social media is like that now. So yes, I'm sure everyone has a fantastic journey behind their life. I mean, it's not Viji alone. You take any one person who is here watching me today, everyone has something to talk about their life. Even Vidyaa must be having a beautiful story behind her life. So when Vidyaa called me over here to talk, I told her only one thing: you ask me questions, I'll answer it. It's much better than boring people with my whole journey, because many people must have heard my journey. That's about it. Vidya, I'm into existence for 52 years. So my story is 52-year long. So whichever part of my story you want me to pick up, I love motivating people, but please go ahead with your questions and I would love to answer it if that's okay.
Yeah. So first, I would like to hear the story of the no. I'm just saying it as a word, but I want you to really dwell on it and tell us what that no really made you into a CEO or MD of 4 companies and
entrepreneur. Let me put it that way. So nothing. See, when a person says no, there are 2 ways you can take it. I'm sorry to say that there are certain people who go against the no and start proving themselves. I didn't do that. The first no came from my dad, because I wanted to be a businesswoman. And to be very frank with you, I wanted to start an Archie's franchisee, which was costing only 25,000 those years. He said, "Illa venda." No, not possible. And, otherwise it'll get difficult to marry. The usual stuff. And then, yes, I went as per my parents. I got married and the usual life went on. But when I shifted from Indonesia, when I got the opportunity to put my furniture out and put it for sale, I'm the founder director of Woodpecker. I don't get myself involved in the everyday affairs. So I founded Woodpecker in the year 2000. So when I got a chance, I took it up. So when the no came, it was dwelling inside me. And, when it happened, I just grabbed the chance and it worked out. I had support from the rest of the system. So I did it. Even that time, my father was very much there, and way into it, after 3 years only, he died. So that was the first place where a no got converted and I did something different. The second was, of course, running. People always say you're very fat, you can't run, you will not be able to do. That was once again a no to me. So I slowly started getting myself back into it. There were people who said that I can't reduce. So I slowly started challenging myself. It is not to prove someone, but it is to say, Illa, you can work on the no and try to do something about it. So that's the way I started working. And that was the first no where I converted it into, yeah.
Awesome. Tell us more about your transformation journey also, because you said 40 kilos you lost, and you said you did not follow any pattern. You tried to figure out a lot of things on your own, and you tried to figure out what to eat and how to work out and how to stretch and how to relax your body and how to give it your breaks and still keep on keeping on. So how did you go about all that?
Okay, so my transformation was in the year 2010, 2011 December. The thing was, everyone kept saying that I'm fat, and I was just stepping into my 40. And I've always heard it from my mom that post 35, your body will not listen to you. You will have to listen to the body. So I've heard a lot of those things. My father was a heart patient, and I was also slipping into blood pressure and all that stuff. So I had to start challenging my body, and of course it will not listen to you. The accumulated weight over so many, and I've always been a chubby child. It's not that I've been slim or anything. So I started this without any sort of formal training in diet or anything like that. So today you have various apps like Healthify Me, Fitter. You have people who are into nutrition, and people tell you have to eat only so much. For me, it was nothing. So I have done a lot of wrong things to reduce, let me put it that way. I used to just have raw fruits, I mean, raw salads, just a soup. It's not enough. Today, if you tell me, I have a lot of proteins. I'll eat less of carbs. So I went into such a amount of weight loss that I lost all my muscles. So there is a period of time in 2013, 2014 where I was very skinny, and actually I didn't have any strength. So I had to put on a little bit of weight, about 5 kgs or something, so that I become a little healthy. Then I adjusted my eating to, you know, protein so much, carbs so much and all that. As of today, I'm following a diet where I don't eat anything at night. I just drink something and then I go to sleep. I don't, even if I have to run the next day, I don't eat. I eat a good lunch, I eat a normal breakfast. So I cut down heavily on carbs. But my protein intake, my fruits, my greens, all that is intact. But the initial, whatever the 30, 40 kgs that you're talking is all rubbish that I reduced. I wouldn't ask anyone to follow that diet because I myself don't know what diet I followed. So, what to say, I was in a spree to reduce and my body was listening to me. So by hook or crook, I reduced myself. I used to run a lot. I've done a lot of 21s. I've done only 3 42s, but a lot of 21s. Then I think as runners, Kannan sir and all will know, there was one crazy thing that you do 10 kilometers for 10 days. So Adala Pani, you know, I used to spoil the health, and probably that's how I started. I made that work. But today I would request people to follow either a good app like Healthify Me or Fitter or something, and take the help of people. And one more thing is, what works for one person doesn't work for another person. If something worked for me, doesn't mean it works for even my brother or my sister. So even the same family, it doesn't work. So you need to go in for a professional help and probably reduce.
Absolutely, yes. Being a nutrition and wellness advisor myself, I understand the value of nutrition, and sometimes people cut on a particular, a kind of food itself. Like they say no to, few of them say no to, yes to carbohydrates and no to things. And some people say yes to fat, and they say no to protein. I mean, there are so many combinations which comes over. But personally, I feel you should have something called mindful eating. You're aware of what you're eating. And second thing is slow down on your portions if you want to. And third is eat a well-balanced diet, which you can do it every day for the rest of your life, rather than, do it for a short period of time, gain results and again put on weight. I think that does not work out. Yeah.
No, one more thing I would like to add to you is you need to do some exercise.
Yeah.
You don't have to run at all. I mean, in fact, if anyone comes to me today and says that I want to run to reduce, I'll say, please don't do that. You'll also get addicted to it, and you'll not be able to get out that, like the way I am into it, and I'm not able to get out of it. So the day I don't, every alternate day, at least I go for a run. If I don't, then I feel that some part of me is missing, like I don't brush my teeth or something. So I tell people, do any form of exercise. It can be strength training, it can be cardio, it can be walking, it can be anything. But without exercise, diet doesn't work. And with exercise, if there's no diet, it doesn't work. You need to do everything.
Exactly. It's we generally say you have to earn your good health. EARN. E stands for exercise. A stands for a positive mental attitude. And that is why I was trying to get the no from you, because that really pumped you up to become positive about your body and then accept the challenge and work on yourself. R is rest. All of us need to sleep. I guess, a day when you don't do anything, you might just feel like lazing. It's fair enough. You need a time to just rebound yourself in your good health, and that's good. Probably your body needed sleep more that day than the rest of the days. It can happen that way too. And N stands for nutrition, wherein what you eat and, how you eat it and what time you eat it and all. So like you put it, like you don't have anything solid in the night. You go in for what generally people call as intermittent fasting nowadays, right? Good. Now, how do you manage? I guess, you have a lot of caps to wear or hats to wear. And how do you balance your everyday life?
Every cap that I wear is out of passion. So I still have a lot of time. If someone can give me some work, I don't mind doing. That's the truth. Because I still draw, I still paint, I still color. I iron my own clothes. I wash dishes at night. So I don't know. I don't know how to say this. And if someone says they don't have time, I really feel that even this morning when I wish someone a very happy birthday, the person is in the US. The person says in between such a busy schedule, how did you remember? I said, what busy schedule and who's having a busy schedule? Nothing like that. All that is crap. So if you want, you can adjust your life. If you don't, if you're doing something that you don't like, then 100% you're not going to have time. Everything that I'm doing right now is out of passion, pure passion. So I've adjusted myself in that way. And every work is the caps that I'm wearing. Everything doesn't demand attention on the same day. For example, the trust that I'm a head of doesn't demand my attention every day. It demands my attention only on a particular few months of the year. As a founder director of Woodpecker, actually, I don't play a major role. So probably the rest of the things play a role, because I'm also a wife and a mother, which normally doesn't come in any profile. But that is the one that actually absorbs the most amount of work, right? So you're also a person who's running the house. You also have the children, and that part of it also plays a role. So, but anything that you do with passion, be it a man or a woman, I'm sure that a person will find a lot of time. I mean, that's how I put it.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Many a times when people ask, do you have 25 hours instead of 24? I guess two things, rules. One is passion and the other is prioritizing your day. And you will find a time if you're really focused. There is nothing like you don't have time. What you said is absolutely right. How did you get into running? And tell us a little more about your, inner strength, that part of it.
Okay. I'm not a sports person. The first run that I was taken to, I cried and I came back. I cursed everybody around and I said, why should I be fat? Why should I be even alive? Like that if I have to exercise so much. So that was my first, probably December 2011. I was dragged out of the house in the morning by my husband. And he was way too fast and I was behind. And when I came back, the first thing that I said, I'm not coming for a walk again with you. Probably I'll do it myself. So because I was so down with my confidence level, low self-esteem, and I would not like to walk on the road. I've never worn a tracks in my life. I've never worn a t-shirt in my life. So that was the way, or that was the position that I was in. But once I started walking, the first, I should say the first 10 days was very, very difficult. Because Chennai weather is always that you can't do it beyond a particular time. So you need to get up early, which means that you need to rearrange your whole time. And I'm talking about 11 years back when my kids were much younger, which means there was school and other things. So everything had to be reworked on. Today, if I have to pick up a new habit, it's comparatively easy because a little bit of my duties are different, or it's sorted out in a little bit different way. So it was extremely difficult. But then once I started seeing a little bit of change in my thinking pattern, because the body didn't show any change in 10 days, but my brain started showing a lot of positivity. That's the time that I started. And in January, I think the Cool Runners or something had a run, which was a very formal run. Everyone was paying and running. I ran by myself from Besanagar to Iyer and all that stuff. And I covered a little bit of distance. Those days, I don't have a Garmin or anything like that. But just by whatever I can, I ran for about an hour, which was very slow. And that day I picked it up. And my first event was in 2012, May 27th, which was TCS World 10K. So that's how I got into it. So initially I didn't like it, but then the good feeling that it got me attracted.
Awesome. Tell us more about Eunice running.
Okay, Eunice running. Eunice actually means unleash your inner strength. So I had no idea of forming a group. I was a part of a different group, but due to certain reasons, I had to move away from the group because my main idea was to help people. See, when I started running, I didn't have anyone to handhold me and say, "Ipdi odalam, apdi odalam." I mean, you can run like this. There's nothing wrong in walking. And I had only big people talking about the heart rate and how many steps you're taking and so many other complicated things. So if a person is going to start walking or running, the person wouldn't want all those things. It just has to be plain Jane. So I just there was a lady here in Besanagar who said that she wanted to run, and I think Shahul is the person who called me up and said, "Viji, can you just train her to run?" I said, "Oh, yaara pudichu enna train panna solringa?" He said, "No, you just be with her. That's all." And then I said, "Okay, I'll do it." He said, "Per illama aarambikada group." I said, "Yo, Shahul, now what name will I give?" Then I think that day only me and my elder daughter went to the beach, and she said, I said, "Give me a name for the group." And then she said, "What do you want?" I said, "Unleashing Inner Strength." She said, "Okay, keep it Eunice." But then many people started spelling it as Y and all that. But slowly people are understanding that it's UNIS, which is Unleash Your Inner Strength. And the group is a very diversified group. We have different people in the group. We don't see how many kilometers we completed in half an hour. We don't talk about all those things. You can do what you want, but of course I'll train them into something. I have trained people in 42 kilometers, 21 kilometers, people who have never run or walked. I've made them do whatever they have to do, but without any push or pull or saying that you have to complete it or something. But I've slowly made them do it. So my feeling is, without scaring people, you can train them. But Eunice is a very beautiful set of human beings who are so close to my heart. I should say Eunice is my family today. So just anything and everything, I know they are there in the morning. That's how Eunice is to me. It's a very small group of about 30 people. I think even in 30 people, a few are abroad, few are here, few are staying a little away, but still we are all a part of that one group. So yeah.
Awesome. I love the kind of the acronym which you gave for Eunice, right? You said unleash your inner strength. That itself sounds so powerful, so impactful, according to me. Yeah. And you spoke about people coming in and you were training them and running. So as you said, there are so many technical jargon in the early beginning phase, which probably you don't understand, and then you feel only some set of people can do it, and maybe you are not tuned or aligned to it, and maybe one or two runs you might try, and you are nowhere catching up with that kind of what do you say, the parameters which they put in front of you, and then you feel like you don't want to feel like a loser, so you will take your own pace and you will start. I think that is how many people do. But I'm so proud that Shahul sir, I mean, he was also there on our Get In Get Fit series few weeks back, and I understand that definitely it makes a hell of a lot of a difference, especially if you're thinking about starting those people who have never done something like that before. Here at Get In and Get Fit, we also do things like that. We try to I generally say, if you can't run, it's okay, jog. If you can't jog, that's also okay, walk. If you can't walk, that is also fine. Just do something to move your body that day, and somewhere it will become a habit, and then you would get in. So that is the whole idea. I also want to know about a lot of mental mindset. You were talking about how that mental mindset was the one which brought you as a game changer. So can you speak a little more about the mental mindset of yours?
Okay. The thing is, many may not know, but I was into depression for almost 3 years. It was in the year 2000. I think when I started woodpecker, just after that, until 2003, when I lost my dad. So it's only after that I came out of it. So the best part was that time depression was not known to many people, including people at my place. They didn't know what was depression. So I would be like that, and then I'll become all right. Then suddenly I'll become like that, and then I'll be all right. So it was a very dicey situation that I was going through. Kids were very young. So that brought in a huge shake in me. And actually what happened was, after the depression, I had piled up kilos. So before that, I was a little different. During depression, I was very slim. Then, because you don't eat, you don't sleep, you lose a lot of weight. And then I piled on a lot of kilos. And yeah, one fine day when I sat up, I made up my mind. There are two ways to begin a day, either to complain or to give gratitude. So which do I choose? Then I chose the gratitude part, and then I started the day. So to be very frank, for me, it's only because I changed my mindset that I was able to change my activities. So that's why I said, even this morning, the weather was too good. I had two options, either to pull my sheet and sleep or to get out. So that's where the mindset is. The mindset will not change with anyone coming and telling you. The mindset changes only because of yourself. So you can go for so many people's talk, or you can have all your videos and YouTubes where people actually talk about mindset. They may be very good, but the moment you switch it off, you're back to your own self. So unless and until it is you who's bringing it in, or it strikes you at that point, and you make a change at that particular point, nothing is going to change. So for me, it was a mindset change. Either you complain and you start the day saying this is paining, that is paining, and ruin it, or you give gratitude, say the weather is fantastic, let me go for a run, or let me work out, and you do it. So that is the mindset that I was talking about. Yes.
Absolutely, well said. I've been practicing gratitude journal myself every day for the last 13 years non-stop. And I have a gratitude jar on my dining table, and every day I put a chit of something to be thankful for. And the very fact that, today you and I are sitting like this and talking, or the very fact that we woke up today when many of them could not see the light of the day today, to very understand that we have food on the table, we have roof over our head, we have a protected place to stay in. All that we can be gratitude, show our gratitude for. And being healthy, being able to take a few choices of our own, if not all, in life, and having the kind of loving support system around us. I think many things we can express our gratitude for, and the more you show your gratitude, the more you will have options to show gratitude.
I will even change it over there. Instead of being very happy that you have a support system, be happy that you can be a support system, because sometimes the support system is there or not there, you can't be bothered. But if you become the support system, the amount of joy that you get by being a support to someone is more than you getting a support from someone else. So that's something that works for me better than the other way.
Art of giving always, is supreme than art of receiving. I agree to you. Lovely, Viji. I want to know some more about, you said you, in the initial part of your life, when you started running, you had children to take care of, and then you had to work out a lot of things. Today, they are more self-sufficient. So now you have a lot more time in your hands where you can program yourself. Are they also into running? How do you?
Okay, the thing is, when I started running, my children were about they were about 11 and they were about 13 and 15. Today, both my children are married. They're 26 and 23. So both of them used to run. Both of them were fat. My elder one was also almost my weight when she was in the 11th and 12th. So she did get into running. And today she's a sports and exercise psychologist. She has done a lot of ultras, full marathons, and actually she's been a podium finisher in many. So something that she has got hooked onto. Her name is Viji Swaminathan. You can Google her. She has her own company. She's written a book that's about her. My younger one, Kritika, did get into running because she was also not very healthy, but she did start running. But she used to run. Beautiful runner she is. The way she runs is something that I admire. But unfortunately, she doesn't like running. So somehow she got out of it, and she does other things. She's married. She's into swimming, horse riding, and other things right now, as of now. So that's about it. Though she goes for long trekkings and all that stuff because she stays in a hilly place. So that's about it. They both do exercise. Exercise is essential. And they're also into families that do exercise. So that way it's good. But before, when I started, in fact, I had to motivate both the children because they saw a change in me. I had to pull them out of bed and say, come, let's walk or run over. So that's about it.
Awesome. Tell me more about your creative side. I know you're a dancer. A few minutes before, during the speech, you said you paint, you draw, you try to find time to do a lot of art. So tell us more about that side of yours.
Okay, art part of it, I was always inclined towards drawing, coloring, painting, or whatever it is when I was young. I am a dancer. Since the age of 5, I've been learning dance. I used to play the veena, I sing, and those are all my passions. Like, I love doing all those things. Currently, to be very precise, about 6-7 years back, I got hooked on to mandala art. But more than getting hooked onto it 6 years back, I think even during my college days, the back of my book used to be filled with mehendi designs because I can apply mehendi. So that is almost similar to mandala art, just that there's a very little bit of difference. So I keep scribbling something or I keep drawing something, and that's something that it's almost like meditation, that I should say. But now I think I'm also more into listening to music and listening to books through Audible and all that. So I feel that gives a lot of peace of mind. And of course, I do a lot of painting also, but painting and other things have brought it to a stop. And I think I'm into other things. For me, everything is mood driven. I love to have a garden. Yes, Dr. Asha, yes, photography. I love clicking photos. That's in my blood because my granddad, that is my mother's father, was a documentary photographer, and he was an award-winning photographer. Sad to say that the day he received the award, he had passed away. But otherwise, it is in my blood, photography. I don't carry a normal DSLR. I do everything through my phone. Yeah, I admire and appreciate nature. You live only once, live it fully. That's about it.
Awesome, awesome. I'm sure you were trying to talk a lot about, inner peace of mind and things like that too. How do you manage that on a daily basis? Do you, have some me time and you like to pamper yourself in that me time on a daily basis, or how is it?
Most of the times of the hour, if I'm not working in the office, then it's my me time. Morning 1 hour, even though I meet the group, when I run or I work out, it's my me time. Then after the workout, I'm almost for about 1.5 hours to myself. So the radio is on or the music is on and I'm to myself. Cooking is something I love because I'm a good cook, but a vegetarian. And I love cooking and trying new dishes, whatever I can. And that's my me time. And I'm not a person who watches TV or serials or movies by myself unless and until someone says, watch this, it's good. Then I try to get the remote and watch. But otherwise, I get a lot of me time. And ironing is something that I really love. Ironing the clothes, because after I think COVID came in, we stopped giving it to anybody. And it's only 2 of us in the house. So I enjoy ironing. I try to collect everything and then I sit and I iron, and that's my me time. So a lot of me time, and I love doing whatever I'm doing. Yes.
You spoke about music. So tell us more about your kind of music.
I listen to any sort of music. Anything you can see the rhythm in it. But if it's morning, it's normally all the chants. I love Tamil music and Hindi music. So I love a combination of both so that I can juggle with it. I'm not a very hardcore that rock music and all that. So something really nice and peaceful for the mind is good. That's about it. I think anyone who likes music will like any sort of music. I mean, no one is really particular about it.
True. Sometimes music grows on you, and they have something called the stuck tune syndrome. You listen something and then you keep singing or humming that through the day.
No,
and,
the same song will keep repeating. I go through that also, but that's sometimes only, not always.
I know. It's called the stuck tune syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you sing also. Why don't you sing something for us?
No, not now. That and all only if I have practice. What I'm trying to say is I'm more of a bathroom singer, but my parents have invested on me in sending me to a part class, teaching me and all that stuff. So if I say arts, then yes, I am a singer. Yes, I'll sing one song and I'll come out. Don't ask me to sing now. I'm not a movie song singer.
Okay. So you learned Carnatic or Hindustani? What did you learn?
No, I learned Carnatic music, the usual. Yeah.
Usual Carnatic. Okay. And in dance, you were speaking, was it Kuchipudi or was it Bharatanatyam?
It is proper Bharatanatyam, and I learned from the age of 5. I think at the age of 20, I had to give it up because I got married and went to Indonesia. Over there, I love children. So that's something I really love. Beyond other things, my love is for kids. I feel that they are the most innocent and beautiful souls, and it is we who actually contaminate them. It's so simple. So I love children. So I used to collect all the children. Probably I was the youngest when I went there to Indonesia. So I used to collect everyone and I used to make them dance and go up on stage and all that stuff. And after I came back here, I think in 2014 or something, I got back to dance. That's a story where my kids wanted to have their arangetram and the teacher was not interested in doing because both of them were overweight. And then I was pushed into it. And my husband said, why don't you go and dance and all that? I took it a little serious and I did dance. I did dance when I was 100 kgs with my kids. And that time I took up a vow that I'll reduce my weight and I'll dance with the kids. That vow got fulfilled in 2014 where I did a program called as Thirst. All the 3 of us had reduced and all the 3 of us went up on stage. We collected almost 3.5 lakhs and we donated it to the pediatric cancer research. So because I needed to motivate my children to dance again with me. And that time it was not the old teacher. The old teacher had given up on us. So I had to go back to my teacher who was in the UK and she trained us through Skype. So we learned all the 8 items or the whole thing through one whole margam. That's what they call it in dance. So we learned it through Skype and we did dance on November 13, 2014. We did it. I would never forget that date. I felt after that I will give up. But I didn't give up. I got a chance to dance in Chidambaram Natyanjali Festival, I think in 2019, when I just turned 50. So that's once again a place where I danced with my children. And after that, I haven't gone back to dancing. But anytime, I'm always game for dancing. I think once a dancer, always a dancer. So my teacher is in the UK. So she trains through Skype. In case I need, yes, I'm always there.
Awesome. How did you feel? I mean, understanding that you were in an offline, dancing school and then online, how does this transformation look to you? I mean, today everything is online now. So how do you feel this transformation is?
You mean the dance or anything and everything?
Dance, first of all, because dance is a lot of feet movement, hand positions, your aramandis, your facial expressions, your spatial connection with the, the place where you're dancing. It's a lot of things to be aware of when you dance. That also, and in addition to that, in today's world, the online too, kind of.
See, as long as it was offline, all of us enjoyed it. But I'm glad that we have our technology that is so improved, that is still making us meet online and do the work. So I'm grateful that there is something online, but I would always prefer something offline, because in online, everything is fast. You're doing something in the kitchen. 10 minutes back, I was somewhere else, but then after 10 minutes, I'm already sitting and doing an online program. But I'm grateful for it. But you ask me, should I, say if you prefer an online and offline? I definitely prefer an offline, because you take the time to go there, you take the time to meet the person, and it's not that you switch whenever you don't want. So, but I'm very grateful that because of COVID, we came to know what is Zoom and whatever it is. I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely. I mean, well said. Most of us are the kind of, offline people. We love to interact. We are very social in terms of whatever we do. And man itself is a social animal, I guess. We need each other, and we bring color and flavor into each other's lives. But this online transformation was more of superimposed or imposed on all of us. But we took it up on our sleeves, and we went ahead. Thanks to God, thanks to technology, thanks to all those people who are behind all these apps, so that we could socially connect, even though we were physically away from each other. So makes sense. I'm now going to read out few of the questions on the chat box, and I'm sure it's going to make a lighter day for you, with so many things and so many good things rather. So let me get started, Viji.
Yes.
So Kripakar Anna says, fantastic introduction, Vidyaa. How do you conceive the concept of Eunice? I guess we answered that. Rukmani Ma says, so very different types of workouts for different type of people. And I guess we spoke on that too. Asha Rajni ma'am says, so very true. It's the mind that helps making you to love life. Absolutely. And she's an amazing runner, and photography also is a passion. So thank you, Asha ma'am. And we wish you a speedy recovery. I know, you were on with us a few weeks back, and lots of love to you, and healing kisses. Generally, whenever there is a cast, we used to write on that. Now we can pass on our kisses to you. So get well soon, ma'am. Kannan sir is saying, unbelievable transformation. Whenever I put 4 kilos, I get worried and plan to reduce it. Kannan sir, please, you want kilos to reduce? We are here to give it to you freely. Don't ever reduce anymore.
I maintained 50 kgs for 35 years. So even 1 kg.
So should I give the credit to Sudha ma'am, or should I give the credit to you?
The present credit goes to Sudha.
There, Sudha is putting a thumbs up.
Never seen Kannan sir anything even a little bit more than what he is now.
Exactly. There she comes. Sudha has come.
Lots of memory running with Eunice, getting drenched in rain, our coffee sessions, and of course your selfies. So let us know a little bit of running in the rain then, Viji.
Pardon? Running in the rain?
Running in the rain. Kannan sir says getting drenched in the rain, our coffee sessions, and of course your selfies. So,
yeah, so Kannan sir and Sudha ma'am, okay, I run something called as the Inner Strength Half Marathon. We've done 5 editions. I'm so thankful to God that I've been able to conduct all these 5 editions. And so Sudha and Kannan sir were our first couple ambassadors. So we had 5 couple ambassadors, 5 male ambassadors and 5 female ambassadors. So I choose Sudha and Kannan as the first couple ambassador, because I've always seen them together and somehow they really inspire people. So what happens is, once in a month, I call these people and we all run together. And correctly that day only it will rain in Chennai, and irrespective of the rain, we'll all be running, and then we'll get back. And normally we treat them to either coffee or coffee with breakfast, depending upon the day and depending upon the time. It's always adjusted. So if we are in Mylapore, then it'll be coffee with breakfast because it's Nityamardam. Because if it's in the marina, then it's only coffee. So like that, we arrange ourselves. So every time we have an ambassador run, there will be rain and nothing stops us. We will still continue. We'll be fully drenched, and then we'll definitely have a lot of selfies. We'll also have the professional photographer there. So we have a lot of memories, and yes, we are all waiting to get back over there. And that's what he was talking about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Lots more coming up, so I'm going to read them out to you right now.
Sure.
Just give me a second. Okay, so so that was about the coffee sessions. Asha ma'am says awesome. Rukmani ma says super. Dancing is a passion where we would love to do at any age. I too love dancing, and that's true. Rukmani ma, we have all danced together. Rhoda says, good to know that everyone can make time and should make the effort. Interesting journey, multifaceted and passionate too. Definitely an inspiration. Thank you, Rhoda. Kannan sir and Sudama says, I still remember my first run at Chennai Marathon, running with Kirtana, where both of us finished together 1.57 hours for half marathon, and my argument with organizers as to why I'm not considered for the podium, not aware that rules are separate for men and women. Okay. And Asha ma'am says it was her second marathon, was so excited because she had a podium finish on that day. Dr. Vidyaa says, awesome session, ma'am. Lot of lively moments of one life. Rhoda says, I can lend Kannan sir some kilos, Rhoda. Kannan sir, we are all going to pack you with, kilos. Don't
Sudha
worry.
will not be able to manage. So she says, no.
Sudama will be very happy because Kannan sir is very choosy with his diet. And we are all at it that Kannan sir puts on weight. After coming into Get In, Get Fit, Kannan sir had increased a few kilos. And we were using a microscope to find out where. And then we said, Get In, Get Fit means having your ideal weight also, sir. So, it makes more meaningful things. Great. Now, there are a few things which I want to ask. And before we end the session, Viji.
Yeah.
So you said, that family has been a strength, and you have a great team to fall back on, and, you lead them by example, and you've been an all-rounder all your life. What is your message to all those people on the Get In, Get Fit right now?
Nothing. See, none of us expected COVID. But along with COVID, we started learning so many things. We started learning that you can do things at a distance too. The thing is, stay in life. Actually, I've taken up something called as, focusing on one particular word in a month. And this month I've taken a focus as the word. So to me, what you focus on grows. So better focus on positivity and try to find out. See, one thing is for sure, everyone is not the same. What you can do, I can't do. So rather than competing with others, do whatever you have strengths in. Keep smiling and always understand you never know what the other person is going through. So before you start blaming another person, put yourself in another person's shoes and start understanding life. That's very important. So that's my message.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome, Viji. I'm so thankful to you for taking time out of your busy schedule and, being with all of us. And I would also like to thank all our delegates who've logged in today. And I'm sure you're going to have a number of them watching you on YouTube shortly. I'll be sending out the link by tonight. And once you see it, we'll be posting it on the media also. And I would like all my friends to unmute and share your thoughts with Viji. Over to you all.
Thank you, Viji.
Thank you, Kannan sir. Thank you so much for being with me through the
Next ISHM runs very much.
No, we will have it soon by God's grace.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for logging in and being with us.
Thank you.
I'm very
Thank you so
happy
much.
to see you back here.
Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Shri Priya. Thank you so much for being here.
It was wonderful seeing you in the session and listening to this.
Thank you, ma.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you, Viji. It was great. Sorry, I'm just lying down. So
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So thank you, friends. It was yet another amazing episode with Viji Swaminathan, and we are so excited because we all could make a difference. And right now, having Viji here and all those inspirational words and basic thing, as she ended the session, she said focus and focus on positivity, and that's what we're going to do. So love you, Viji, and thank you so much. And this is on behalf of Get In, Get Fit. We would like to tell you a big thank you. And thanks to all of you for logging in. Take care. Waiting to see you again next Saturday, same time at 10 a.m.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Viji. Thank you, Viji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.